Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 of my most recent affordable makeup purchases that have just blown me away. I am absolutely in love with these 5 products, and I think you will be too. I'm aware that my audience is very intuitive, especially those of you that have been with my channel for a very, very long time, or have been watching my channel, I should say, for a very, very long time. You guys always notice if something is wrong, if I'm in a really good mood, if I'm slightly off some days. Everybody has good days and bad days. And I know not all of you see all of my videos or see all of my community tab posts, but hundreds of you have commented on my last community tab post where I spoke about the fact that I have something going on with my neck into my shoulder. I have either a pinched nerve or some sort of impingement. I have been back and forth to urgent cares, doctor's offices, the ER. I just had an MRI yesterday. Unfortunately, I don't have the results back yet. And I received so many messages of support, and I'm gonna try not to cry, but I just wanted to tell you that you're probably going to be mad at me, those of you that commented telling me to rest up, take care of myself, don't push myself. That's really difficult for me. I really want to make videos for you guys. It brings me joy, and I've been sitting at home in pain for 5 days now, more than 5 days, it's actually been a week. But I did push myself to do my hair and makeup the other day to film some content, and then that was a mistake because I felt worse. Even though I'm still in pain and probably should not have done my hair and makeup today, I did it anyway because honestly, getting dolled up makes me feel better. I've spoken many times on my channel about how applying makeup is therapeutic to me, and it really is. I actually do feel like I'm in a little bit less pain. Yes, I did take some muscle relaxers about an hour before filming this video, and I will probably take all of this off right after and get back in bed. The x-rays I had before the MRI did show some spurs in my neck, and so the pain, numbness, and tingling is going all the way down my left arm, and I am left-handed. So when I show you these products today, normally at any other time I would be demonstrating them for you, or at least be posting some B-roll of me applying these products. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that for this video. Thankfully, I am somewhat ambidextrous, so I can do my foundation and powder and all of that with my right hand, but I can't do my eyes with my right hand. So anyway, I know the majority of you will be super understanding of why I can't demonstrate these products for you right now, but I am going to show you these 5 products that have blown me away. And then as soon as I can get the pain under control, I will get back to testing hot new makeup. I have so much new stuff I want to show you guys and give you my thoughts on, and I have just so much holiday content, holiday related content that I want to put out. So without any further ado, I know I've done a ton of talking. Let's get into these 5 products. First up is this ColourPop Not a Box of Chocolates eyeshadow palette. I gotta say, while there are some misses I feel in the ColourPop eyeshadow palette collection, overall, ColourPop really kills it with their eyeshadow formula. This palette right here has to be one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time, and I've only had it for like a week. If you are a neutral eyeshadow lover and you really like to have beautiful pops of shimmer, this is the palette you need. The packaging is great, it's travel friendly. The formulas of the eyeshadows in this palette remind me very much of another palette that I used to rave about all the time from BH Cosmetics, I think it was called Love in London. Well, all of their travel palettes I thought were absolutely amazing. The pigmentation of the mattes, the blendability of the mattes, they were buttery. The shimmers were phenomenal. You didn't have to use any sort of mixing medium or damp brush to get them to be very vibrant and last all day. And I have found that to be the case with these as well. I do not need to use a damp brush. I can just use my finger, and the shimmers are fantastic. I truly would have paid twice as much, if not more than twice as much, for this palette. I mean, look at these shades. I can 100% see this palette being in my top 5 palette purchases of the year. All right, next up is the newly reformulated Ulta Brow Tint, Fiber Brow Tint. I was really bummed when I heard that they reformulated this product because I have been raving about the previous formula of the Ulta Brow Tint for at least a year now. I love that product. It is one of the only fiber brow tints that really gives me that fluffy brow look that stays all day long. I have tried so many more expensive brow fluffing products and they just didn't cut it. So when my viewers started telling me that Ulta had reformulated the brow tint, I was, as I said, kind of bummed, but I did go and buy it just so I could see what the difference was. I bought it in the shade Light, and it seems like the formula overall is very similar, but they did lengthen the applicator, the brush, a little bit more, which I kind of don't like. One of the things I loved about the previous version was just how tiny the applicator was. Because I have so few brow hairs, I was really able to get right into this area without having product end up on my skin. I needed that tiny brush. So I do wish that this applicator was the same as the previous formula, but I'm still okay with this. I still think it's a fantastic product. It rivals high-end, it's cruelty-free, and it's so good, especially for those of us who have very sparse brows who are looking to make them appear fuller and fluffier. Okay, next up is this blush from Sephora collection. As many of you know, most of you know, the Sephora Holiday Savings event recently ended, and during the event, all of these Sephora collection products were 30% off. Now, the Sephora collection products are pretty affordable even without being on sale, but then when you get 30% off, it makes it even more affordable. I already owned, I think, 2 or 3 shades of the Sephora collection blush, and I really liked them. And like a lot of you, I watched tons and tons of content creators give their Sephora sale recommendations. And I cannot remember, unfortunately, who it was, but someone I was watching mentioned this particular shade of blush called Fascinated. You know what? I think it was Sam Sherman. Sam Sherman, she's one of the OG YouTubers, but I actually saw her talk about this blush on TikTok. And she and I have very similar coloring, and it just looked so beautiful on her. So I thought, why not? I'll pick it up. I am obsessed with this color. I usually go more for pink blushes, pinky browns, pinky mauves, pinky peach. This is like a straight up apricot, or is it tangerine? Regardless, it is so perfect. I love it. It is richly pigmented. I think it's very flattering to my skin tone. It gives a very youthful appearance. Something I say a lot about blush is that you can't judge it in the pan. You really have to try it on most of the time. And you really shouldn't be afraid of colors like this. More often than not, bright blush colors that you are maybe a little bit hesitant to try end up being the most flattering on your skin, especially if you just use a very light hand, or even if you go overboard. You can always take a little powder and go over the top to diffuse the color. These blushes are so good, so affordable, and this color really surprised me, and I love it. All right, I'm putting products 4 and 5 together because it is a lip combo. And I guess you could say it's actually products 4, 5, and 6 because I am counting 2 of these new shades of Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Inks as one product because I am wearing both, although I do adore them separately as well. I really like these Vinyl Ink Superstays. I know there are some mixed reviews out there. Some people find them to be drying. I find them to be slightly drying, but not to the point where I'm bothered by it, if that makes sense. You do have to make sure that you shake these up really well. I think that's one thing that a lot of people aren't doing, and it definitely makes a difference. So prior to picking up these 2 new shades, they might be Ulta exclusives. I'll have to check on that for you. But prior to picking up these 2 new shades, Peachy was my favorite color. It really isn't that peachy though. It's definitely more pinky brown, but it's named Peachy. And these two new shades are called Captivated number 95 and Charmed number 100. So what I did today is I applied Charmed all over first, and then I took Captivated, which is more of a nude, and just placed that in the center and just sort of patted it out. And it gives me just this perfect nude pink lip combo that doesn't wash me out. It lasts all day long. And then I have paired it with my 5th affordable new purchase that blew me away, which is this lip liner from L'Oreal. This is the Color Riche lip pencil in the shade Toffee. I have said in many of my videos that overall I do prefer lip pencils that are just kind of the classic formula that you sharpen. I love these Makeup by Mario lip pencils that have the brush on the end. And one of my favorite colors in the Makeup by Mario lip pencil collection is this one called Tan. And I've got to say, the Color Riche Toffee is a nearly identical dupe. And I've got to say, these twist up lip pencils are kind of growing on me. I really do like the way they just glide on so easily. So if you are looking for an affordable, long wearing nude pink lip combo, I highly suggest picking up these 3. I think you are going to love these 3 together, or even these 2, or even these 2. So here's a little iPhone footage of everything on my face in natural light. Again, I do feel really badly that I couldn't demonstrate these products for you on my face, have you see them in action, but I know all of you will be so understanding of what I am going through right now. And again, I so appreciate your words of support. They mean so much to me. And again, I'm gonna start to cry, so I'm just going to end this video by saying thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. All of the products will be listed and linked down below in the description box. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Normally, I do put up 2 to 3 videos per week. It may be more like 1 to 2 until I start feeling better. And by the way, I also post content on Instagram and TikTok under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next